What's up, everybody? There it is. Shout out. Hello, hello. Uh-oh, live stream coming at us. Let's see here. Are we cruising? Are we moving? Jumping here to jump in. Don't worry. I know everybody wants to see young Sloan, but she's gonna be swapped out here by Kyle. Will you grab me a kombucha?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Anything else?
Ah, that'll do it.
What'd you say?
So as everybody's jumping in here, what's up, guys? Shout out to Earl. What up, Earl? Hey. There we go. Thank you, Earl. Oh. All right. So we are strong. We're live. Oh yeah. So we have a special guest. Thank you everybody for joining us here. The special guest is not her, by the way, even though it should be. I know. Is that you on the screen there? Look at you. You're on the screen here too. Look. So we had a bunch of people already joining in. Shout out to Steven Jensen, Jonathan Morales, Trey Reichertz, Sean Byrne. Thank you. I was actually with Sean Byrne yesterday at the Clowns versus Zombies game. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. We got some NXL announcements. We got some team changes. All right, some new shuffles in the Pro League out there. That's going to be announced, I think. Right, Kyle? You going to say something about that?
I didn't know if I was allowed to.
Yeah, for sure we are. Maybe. We'll see. We'll decide. You think we should say something about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Shout out to Miles Shaloub in here. Tub of Rock. Yo. Edward Dizon. Yeah, Bruce Willis is a guest this week. Nope. Keep guessing on that one. Shout out to Georgia. Kathy. There we go. Thank you very much. So our special guest, hello from Costa Rica. Hola. Ricardo from Costa Rica checking in. Shout out to Wisconsin. So thank you guys very much for joining us. Sloan, can we switch chairs?
Are you gonna talk?
You're up.
You have to talk.
Are you gonna talk? Are you gonna say anything?
And you have to give stuff away, so you better give that orange away.
Yeah, you're gonna give this orange away? All right. So, again, oh yeah, Renee from San Diego. Yeah, Sean, I will talk about my first strike experience. I shot, apparently the sniper rifle that I used at the Clowns versus Zombies game was, the setup was the same price as the Force. So, yeah, that's pretty cool. That is definitely pretty cool. It was, I shot some first strike rounds. As you guys, I don't know if anybody's aware of those, the way that they're kind of like shaped like a football, like a Nerf football. So it's like the front end's round and they're made of plastic.
Yeah.
And then they have like this little cup on the back, so when it shoots, it's down a rifle barrel. So I had this dude bolt action rifle. This dude Sean. Check this thing out. Let me show you a picture of it. I should have queued a picture of it. Thank you very much, Sean, for reminding me about it. But look at this thing. It's like a full-on full-on sniper rifle with a scope.
Wow.
It's hard to see. My photographer wasn't the best, but I think you can see right here. Bye, Sloan. So you can see right there, like this thing is no joke. And I did snipe a couple people. Actually, I sniped one person. Let's be honest. It was a little tougher than I thought, but I did get shot by a couple first strike rounds. And if you guys have ever been shot by a first strike round, it hurts. It's made of plastic first of all, and it comes in hot. So let's see. Oh, we've got a new sponsor for the show, and we're giving away some merch today. G2 Paintball. Let's go ahead and put them up on the deal here. Right there. G2 Paintball.
There we go.
Is a proud sponsor of the show now. We've got some merch to give away today. We're gonna give away an extra large and a large shirt today.
Oh, we got lots of stuff.
Yeah, next week we're going to give away another, I think this is a long sleeve. I've got a hat to give away. We've got a couple of items, like I said, to give away. Obviously, we're going to do another couple of these Field 1 neck gaiters
G2
as well.
coming in big.
G2 coming in big. So some of you guys are going to be winning some signed gear. Actually, these might be jerseys. Now that I think about it. Let me check this out. Those of you guys, oh no, these are just like Tech Tee dry fits. These are actually pretty nice. You know, the 4-way stretch right here. Yeah, for those of you guys who are looking for memberships, so we also, that's a good point. We just dropped memberships onto our site. As you scroll around on my page, so if you click onto, click onto the Ryan Greenspan logo right there. So if you click onto my page there and you're a subscriber, I believe up, so push the subscribe button, and there should be a, maybe community? I know there's a membership page somewhere, no?
Maybe I just reload here.
Yeah, there should be a membership join.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Okay, so once you subscribe, shout out to Dizon. Yep. So once you guys join, you're going to be able to get some exclusive access to, you get little members only little widgets, or no, what are they called? Emojis. We got an impact emoji. We got a dynasty emoji. We got the Aloha series emoji. I think I might have access to them right now. So let me see. Aloha. Nope. I don't even have access to them right now. Custom emojis. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh yeah. So we got the dynasty emoji. Boom.
There we go.
Did I drop one? We got an impact emoji. There we go. There's the impact one. Here's the Aloha series. Boom. We got the dynasty emoji. So you're going to get access to these special little emojis that you can drop in there. You're also going to get to be raffle. You're going to be put into all members are automatically entered to win extra special prizes. We're going to start that. We're going to kick that off next week. So if you are a member between now and next week and you join up for the membership program, you'll see the 3 different tiers. We're going to have there's a poster giveaway. There's special merch giveaways for like the higher, cooler stuff that we find. I know Field 1 is going to be dropping some merch to give away in the members section. And then also you're going to get in one of the tiers. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let's hear it. Let's go.
Pew, pew, pew.
Hold on. How do I get the fear air horn? There we go.
There you go.
We got one.
That's
Thanks
better
for the
than you can
support
hear it, yeah.
from Don W. Yeah, buddy. Shout out to Dom. Also, you know, like Dizon, you know, he got the special members only smoked trout.
Ryan really didn't want to send that, by the way. So
I didn't want to send it, but I did.
That's how much we love you, Dizon.
And yeah, Dizon, I don't know if you ate it or not, but I hope you did. And if you did, let me know if you enjoyed that. I think it was. I mean, I know, I enjoy it. So I guess, not everybody, you know, it's smoked trout.
Yeah.
Dizon, did you eat it?
Yeah, I actually want to know if he ate it. I meant to ask him that.
So yeah, you know, you might win some smoked trout. Might change your life, might not. But you might get a Field 1 barrel kit. I think we're gonna give away at the end of the week, or sorry, at the end of the month. So if you are members, you guys get one of those. Maybe I'll ship you a can of hum kombucha. You never know what you're gonna get. You never will. I got work all night. You're gonna eat it tonight? Hell yeah. Drain the oil out a little bit and then enjoy. I dip some chips in it. Sometimes I put some mustard in there. I carry, as a lot of you guys saw from my live when I packed my gear bag, I've got mustard in my bag at all times.
You should eat it before work, just in case, you know, you have a unexpected experience.
Dude, it doesn't give you stomach aches, guys.
That would make the story even better.
Yeah, Sean Byrne, thanks for pointing that out. If you guys do click, I guess there's a $ sign under here. You can join the live stream chat. So yeah, Sean Byrne actually hit me up. He was actually in Chicago this weekend playing the Clowns vs. Zombies game. I think he had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun borrowing his gun. And he was the winner of this So sadly, this barrel back, actually the back got got stuck on my autococker and I couldn't unscrew it. So I thought I'd be graceful and use some pliers to pull it off, and I bent it. So don't use pliers to get your AccuLock barrel tip off.
You had pliers in the middle of the game in your pocket?
No. This is down in the garage. This is in the garage. No, I didn't have pliers in my pocket. I'm not Rodney Squires. But I bent it, and I didn't know what to do with it. And Sean said, hey, can I have that? And I said, as long as you're here on Monday for this live chat, you're going to get this. And I'm also going to send him in one of these. I'm going to wrap it so it doesn't poke through any of the bags, and you're going to get a Field 1 Gator as well for the neck and face and mouth.
A-Bomb Nation, thank you.
Yo, oh, wait. Guess what you're going to get? Air horn!
There we go.
All right, so on tonight's agenda, hold on, I'm going to see if I have this picture. Here's a picture of our man Dizon right there. Hold on. With the smoked trout. There it is. Look at that, signed to Dizon. Doesn't get any better than that. A signed can of smoked trout. But anyway, so on tonight's agenda, obviously we're coming with the Q&As as always. Channel memberships, you guys got that. NXL update. World Cup is pretty much all sold out. You guys saw, I don't know if you saw, NYX is sold out, rounded out the Divisional 4 X-Ball. But I think World Cup is pretty much sold out, so that's pretty cool. That's big news. I know that they were kind of wondering, and I remember I was talking to Tom. I've talked to Tom Cole quite often. I stay in contact with him. Tom's the president of the league, and one of the things he was like, do you think people are going to be signing up?
Yeah.
What's that?
Let's throw one of these up.
Oh yeah, throw it in the back. We're gonna go. I'll turn the pineapple on too.
Oh yeah.
So Tom was like, do you think people are going to be signing up? And I was like, yeah, absolutely. A lot of people want to play paintball. So for those of you guys out there, and I know we took a little bit of a poll from everybody back a while back, but you guys all playing paintball? I think you are. I think everybody's out there is playing a good amount of paintball. Oh, D's on, baby! Yeah. Shout out to D's on.
Yeah, I don't know if this is gonna work.
It's not gonna stay up there. It's all right.
It's not gonna stay up there.
We can put it on the back of your chair or something. Yo, thanks for the support, Dizon, as always. Shout out to Mariano Imbert from Dominican Republic. Wisconsin's here. Yeah, hey, everybody. Yeah, Dom. I think we're having some stream health issues here. Is this thing plugged in all the way? All right. So, yeah, shout out to everybody out there. Let's see here. Okay. Upcoming BKI content, we're going to announce that when Anthony Vitale gets here. So, Anthony Vitale, the owner of Boston Paintball, the owner of BKI Paintball, the guy who's making sure that we are all on track for bringing you guys all the content out there on BKI, the BKI program. He's going to be here shortly. I picked him up this morning at around 11:30, 11:45. He is on a golf vacation out here, so make sure that you guys stay tuned to, well, a little bit from my story. I was trying to make fun of him all day, but he's actually a pretty good golfer. So I only got to make fun of him a couple times, like, you know, like when you mess up, and I'm like, oh, hey, you look like you're pretty good over here. But he's a pretty good golfer.
Wait, I actually just thought of a really good joke we could play on him. So we're gonna need your guys' help. We could tell him that there is a mandatory 2-week
we just
COVID.
quarantine?
Yeah, he has to stay here now for 2 weeks. So, but we need you guys' help. So you guys have to suggest it.
Yeah, well,
and then we'll call it out and be like, Anthony, did you see this? And then
we saw some news about it, and then a bunch of you guys will say something. Yeah. So he's on his way over here. I dropped him off at his hotel so he could shower about an hour ago.
But he's planning just to get in and out in 3 days, golf the whole time.
Yeah, he's golfing every day. So, as you know, I don't know if you guys know, but we love practical jokes.
Yeah,
no one's safe.
And messing with Anthony is our favorite pastime. So,
Lori Miller.
Is that for you? Kill you?
Oh, for you? Is that a good thing? Oh, fire you.
Fire you.
Right.
Well, obviously we'll tell him because we don't want him here for 2 weeks anyways, bothering us.
I can't play golf every day.
Yeah,
It will kill me.
We'll get him out of here just to get his nerves going.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so flights. That's actually a good question because a lot of people were asking me about flights. You've only taken the flight to Boston, right? So far.
Boston, but I went back to Boston. I also flew to Arizona.
That's right. Yeah,
a little bit ago.
So
and I'm going to Sacramento this weekend.
You're going to Sacramento this weekend. Yeah. So we're actually ramping up for practices. You guys, Impact's practicing.
Yeah, we're doing a light warm up practice this weekend. Some of us are flying up there just for Saturday, but we're pretty much predominantly just practicing Sunday.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
And then. So like flying around, you have to wear the masks everywhere. It's actually not that bad, but I do recommend that if you guys have a restricting mask, I know that sometimes like, the ones with the vents are like the really thick ones. I know like the N95s, those aren't, they're a little safer to fly with, granted, because they eliminate a lot more of the particulates, but they're a lot less comfortable to fly 5 hours with. So just consider that when you guys are going, like, I recommend flying with a couple of backup masks because I flew out there with this Field 1 mask, but I got really hot.
Yeah.
Right? And I actually cut these ones in half, so I have 2 masks because I misplace things all the time. And then I also had one of the surgical ones that they kind of give out for free everywhere.
Yeah.
Ended up flying with that on the way back home just because it was like a little bit more comfortable to breathe in.
I just go with a really big hood, and then I can put it down under my nose, which you're not supposed to do, but the hood
like
covers my face so they can't see that my nose is out.
Yeah, honestly, I know the surgical ones look kind of silly, like the blast shields. It looks like you're welding.
Oh yeah,
those look silly.
But I think
one of those. You do?
I got one in Arizona. I felt really silly wearing it.
Oh wow!
I gotta show it to you.
I'll tell you right now, those are the best. Are the best to fly in for sure because you can breathe the best.
Yeah. That's what all the TSA wears.
Mario, where are you guys playing? So did you guys book your flights? So Mario Trujillo, father of Brandon Trujillo, who's on the U16 and 19 team for Team USA. So did you guys get flights for the first USA team practice? Let me know in there. Also, Bomb Nation, it actually wasn't bad. I like playing paintball in that weather.
What was it? Yeah. So it was 55?
It was 55. It was chilly when you brisk in the morning, but it was like perfect paintball.
That's kind of how it was at that Ohio Invitational.
Yeah, that's actually really nice because you never overheat. And then on top of that, you're like, as long as the paint's not going to break, you're good.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And their paint, I think the paint was on point all weekend. I didn't break a single ball. And we had about 6 forces out there. I think 6 different people had forces out there. No one was breaking paint, and I didn't see people breaking paint. Anyway.
Oh wow!
This year I actually lost the MagFed game.
You did?
Well, so this is the.
I guess you have to go back now.
I'm going back. So this is funny. So every year now for the last 3 years they've been holding like this. Holding this MagFed stuff to try to like get points and get people kind of playing on the Saturday. And so they did this pistols competition, and at the end of the competition, the winner has to play me. But like I go out there and I'm like, all right, what are the rules? Where are we going? What's happening? And they were just like, all right, you touch this thing and run backwards. You have to run out of this house, and then you're playing 1-on-1.
Yeah.
And it's this wild house. This dude who just beat everybody, and I'm out there and just coming in cold. I don't want to make any excuses, dude. From like probably 100 feet away. This guy pops out of this door, and I get one shot off, and he dodged it. He was big. He took up the whole door. I got one shot off. It went like right by him, and he goes with both hands, poof, like this, and jumps behind the door, and ball hits me in the leg. Game over. No best 2 out of 3. No nothing. And that was it. 3 paintballs were shot against me and him, and he won $100.
Oh man.
And I was like, oh man, Matt, Frida, yeah, baby.
Thank you.
Yeah, hey guys, and for the top level of support, thank you guys a lot. That's gonna get you guys. We're making a poster. You guys are gonna get a personalized signed poster sent out to you guys, as well as all the discount codes as soon as HK, Field 1, and possibly Carbon release those to us in the next week or so. You guys are also obviously gonna be getting first crack at some of the upcoming gear that we drop, and then extra the bonus giveaways. I'm going to try to get an AccuLock barrel for you guys by the end of the month, so stay tuned for that. Let's see here. So I told you about the NXL sold out. Also trying to work on recycling for the NXL.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, so that's something that's
What's
like a project I've been trying to get Tom Cole involved in and trying to get worked on. I know it's not a big thing for a lot of people, but they recycle cardboard kind of behind the pits, you know. But I'm trying to get them to recycle bottles and cans. So I've been working with it's not waste management, but it's like the equivalent of the biggest trash collection agency in all of this, like the southeast area. I've been working with them to get recycling bins, like for cans and bottles, out at World Cup to try to be a little bit more environmentally conscious out of these events. I know that a lot of paintball players don't really care too much, and a lot of them don't really understand the difference between blue cans and whatever is going on. So, but I do want to try my best and hardest to educate everybody and get people to recycle more. You know how I am here.
Yeah.
I'm pretty.
Yeah, we're pretty adamant about it.
Yeah, I get mad at people if the wrong stuff goes in. If Kyle throws something away and it was trash, it's supposed to be recycling, or if Camille throws away a diaper in the recycle bin, you're gonna hear it from me. All right. So that's something. Shout out to Sean Byrne. You're getting an air horn, baby. Thanks for the support. Do you have any team news that you'd like to drop?
I was told as of like 2 days ago that the news was not public yet, and I'm waiting for a response from either parties to know. But on the other hand, if people were at the field we played at this weekend, they might have had a hint at a move happening. So, if anybody wants to, I mean, I'm not gonna say it. So there is a move happening.
So Impact picked up a player from another team. The team that he left is pretty bummed, to say the least. And if anybody out there can venture a guess as to who that is, throw it in the comment section right now if you know what player Impact just picked up. So let's go with that right now. Also, Miles Shaloub, there is a team that is looking for a snake player. Actually, you know him. And they actually reached out to me and asked if who is playing or who can play the snake.
Yeah.
Nikki Cuba. Wrong answer. So let's see. No, dude, Dalton's on our team, remember? Shout out to Panther 5, 1, 2.
There we go. John, also good seeing you at this weekend too as well. Who was out at Pendleton.
Oh, it was.
Might have.
John Morales. So John Morales might have just dropped some news on everybody because he was out. Steve Segovia might know it already. Let's see here. Anybody else got a anybody else? I know, right, Randy? Does anybody else?
Randy said Dalton, but we actually, if you watched last weekend's episode, Dalton's going to be playing on Dynasty for World Cup.
Dalton's on Dynasty for World Cup. We've got a full Patcraft Jr. No, it's not him. So, yeah, Sean, what was the FPS on that? No, not Barga. Not Barga. But, hey, so...
Yeah, it's, I mean, they...
I wanted to answer, I know Dizon put something in the comments about Miles Shaloub looking for a snake player. Miles, hit up Steven Hernandez and Igor. They were both at the summer camp. I believe they're looking for a snake player. Steve hit me up and asked who is going to be, or if there's any snake players that I knew of. Miles, I know you've got a team already. I've told my guys to pick you up. I think anybody who's in the D3 area that needs a solid snake player should hit up my boy Miles Shaloub.
For sure.
Yeah, in Central California. So, get on that for sure. Yeah, Sean. Okay, so that's another thing. It was shooting 140. I told you it was shooting low. I knew it was shooting low. Yeah, and Steve and Igor are solid players, and that team, PB Revolution.
Yeah.
Yeah, PB Revolution. Those guys are pretty good. You guys beat them though.
Yeah, we played them. Yeah.
You guys played them.
Yeah. I just kind of figured out their game plan pretty well, and then after we played them, I went told them like, hey, can't do that game plan over and over.
So yeah, if you guys are looking for a good player, check Miles Shalhoub out. I know he's got a team. They're like it's like the Central Coast something. Miles, I think Miles is in here right now.
Yeah,
Miles, are you in here? I saw your name in here. J Stu Productions. That's a good question. Is Arturo going to be able to make it to Cup? I think he is. There are some restrictions on traveling, but he can fly to Tijuana and just walk right across the border. So the Tijuana airport is literally like 30 minutes away from my house, or the border is at least. So you can do that. Is Keith still on damage? I think he is. So it's not him. And then
wait, for what?
What?
Not him for our team?
Yeah, it's not Keith.
Well, I mean, it was already, said.
Okay, so yeah.
I mean, I'm just not gonna elaborate.
All right, so the rumor is the player that was wearing an Impact jersey, Brandon Cornell's jersey, shooting Mouse's extra gun, or no, it was someone else's extra gun. Shooting anyway. Full head to toe Impact gear was Alex Rodriguez, formerly from the Ironman, former Golden Barrel champion. All right, there we go. A-Rod just texted him and said, "I'd say hold off on saying anything."
Yeah.
Actually, if you want to, doesn't matter. Anyway, the bomb has been dropped already. A-Rod. Yeah. They already know. Yeah. It's already happening.
He was at the field.
Full
geared up in our stuff. So
yeah, that was it. Another cool bit of news that whoa, that's a good
move.
That's a good pickup. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna, and then the fact that you guys are gonna have, because none of the Canadians are able to go to the event, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So they're not able to have any of the Canadians come to the event. So that's missing. You're gonna be missing 3 guys.
4.
So 4 guys. So you're only having a roster of 6 with J-Rab.
Yeah.
Was it J-Rab, you, Trevor, Mouse,
Nick, Brandon
Cornell. So 6 guys, and that's tough. That's actually a solid number of guys if everybody's playing on point.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like how we were doing. We played when we were playing really well. Was it Pennsylvania or no? Atlantic City. What was the one we were playing really well in? We were running 5 guys the whole time. The one with the 2 back center cans. A-Rod was shooting somebody, and we lost to Russians by 1 point in the semifinals. I think it was like Pennsylvania. Has there ever been Pennsylvania?
Like Philadelphia or
Philly.
Something?
That's it. Philly.
Okay.
Yeah. JC's not going to make it, no.
Yeah. No JC, no Joshua Met, and neither of the Yakimek brothers.
Yeah, and unfortunately Bart's not going to be able to make it either.
Yeah.
Which is a bummer because I know Bart really loves going to those events.
Yeah.
And it's obviously it's his team also. So, all right, Dylan DePorto. All right, we'll answer your question about the G7R. I know you've been asking about it every week, so I owe it to you to answer this question. So we are working on a new poppet valve gun. We have a couple of different designs, prototypes done. One includes multiple solenoids. One is just another reiteration, but not the clamshell version of the G6R. And for those of you guys who don't know what the G6R is, the platform is a poppet valve, which is extremely popular, more popular outside of the tournament scene. I know you just said you shot the new Planet Eclipse one, the 1.9 or 2 or LV whatever, 6, something like that.
Yeah.
So that's something to that a lot of but just like regular old recreational players love to play with, because they're extremely resilient. They work. They don't take a whole lot of maintenance, and they generally get better.
Hey, Rose.
They get a lot better, higher air efficiency. So think of it like the AK-47. They're not as accurate, right? As you guys can hear, the dog barking. We've got our special guest just walked in there. So the CS2 versus the 1.6. I always choose the spool valve guns. Again, I think they're a little easier on paint. and they just shoot straighter to me. So they are loud, but we're working on making those things a lot more quiet. So if you're gonna play like a big game, as Valhalla just asked about the Clowns vs Zombies game, I love shooting those type of guns for the big games, because you just like you can carry like 13, especially the G6R platform. You can carry like 13 or 15 pods on your back with like a 77-inch cubic inch tank, and you can just let it rip. So that's just something that I love. And moving forward, G7R, it's not going to be called the G7R. I'm not going to tell you guys what it's going to be called. We already have the name, and it's going to be pretty. It's a great name, and it will sing praise to the line of those guns that have been out. So I don't think Dizon. I don't think poppet valves are nearly as accurate, and I think that some of it. And actually, it's funny because I just dusted off and had my Angel IR3 that I had got in 2002 redone. If some of you guys have been following PB Tech and saw my Instagram this weekend, I had my Angel IR3. It was one of the very first 5 ever given out. So they gave like 2 to Dynasty and 3 to Avalanche when they first came out at Mardi Gras in 2002. And the reason I'm going on this tangent is because I feel like the accuracy is similar. So Dizon, I'm getting to this. And the way that it works is it's got a hammer, a ram that pushes it hits the hammer valve, and the air comes up at a 90-degree angle, and then it goes through the bolt and out to the body, so or out the barrel. So it's like a double stack tubed kind of gun. Anthony, you might have better insight on this.
Double stack guns?
Yeah, we can bring you in here. Like the old spiders and all that stuff. And so the way those things worked was, in my opinion, they don't. So welcome, Anthony. Vitale from BKI Paintball, fresh off the golf course.
Yeah, came straight over just for our,
it's on vacation.
Our weekly podcast.
So Dizon was asking, are the poppet valve guns less accurate? And I'm saying I think they are. And my theory is because the air goes hits at a 90-degree angle, and then like it comes up from the bottom stack, hits, and then it's like super turbulent, and that's why I feel like you get that kind of like very large grouping when you're shooting any kind of one of those guns. Is that just crazy? That's my only theory.
Yeah, I mean, from the pure physics of it, if a ball leaves your barrel traveling the same feet per second, it shouldn't be. But a lot of players that I know J-Rab likes shooting especially if he's playing an LV1, if he's playing like a snake corner, because they tend to drop down and it's harder. It's easier to get that guy in the snake behind like a beam or whatever. So I think the trajectory from a closed bolt gun versus an open bolt gun, that's the difference that most people see, as well as obviously the air efficiency of a poppet gun. So if you want to drop 10 or 11 pods, then you have to use a poppet gun.
Sure. Yeah, and that's kind of like but I guess the grouping, maybe it's just me just thinking about it, and I know that Planet Eclipse did that test where they vice grip 2 guns in, and like the grouping is the exact same, but there is a noticeable lob on those, and I think that's I'm not a physicist by any means, but just for me, just thinking about it, when the bolt and the air are all stationary in the valve of a a spool valve, and it's moving forward like this, as opposed to the air coming up at a 90-degree angle, hitting at a 90-degree angle, and then there's that turbulence on the ball. I just feel like just anything, if there were to be an answer and you just think about it without just with that information, that kind of makes sense that there's like a little bit of topspin on it. Did you know that Bob Long a long time ago put in those Defiants? Remember the Defiant? He basically drilled a little hole in the top and put an eraser, like an actual like pencil eraser in there, so it gave topspin on the ball.
So similar to like a flat line.
Yes. Some guy shot me with one of those. Not with the flat line. What's the one? The Apex barrel. Yeah. Someone smoked me right in the goggles.
Were you at least hiding behind a corner?
I was in this little window. I popped my head up and it was like, wait! It hit me hard too. He was shooting hot. He was definitely shooting hot.
Ant Dizon said, "Does Ant know that they just made a mandated quarantine if you're coming from the state of California?"
So he wants me to come visit him, is what he's saying?
Yeah, I think you're stuck here.
Thank you. Yeah, it sounds like you're here for 2 weeks.
2-week quarantine. We actually mentioned it earlier and someone said it, and then he looked it up.
Cool. So Dizon's house is what he's saying. Get the couch ready.
Get the couch ready.
I can fight a fire. I'll come up your way.
Actually, I heard Dizon. Is it supposed to rain in Northern California right now? I think it might be. Marcus King. I feel like the stack moving parts causes some changes in barrel height. Oh, all that materialized moving. Yeah. So I have heard that theory too, which is when you have both of them stacked over there, your eyesight is a little bit different, and so you kind of like raise your gun up a little bit, and that also causes people to miss. But I'm telling you, like there's like a noticeable lob, and that was like something. Remember in Vegas in 2015? Did we win Vegas in 2015 or 16?
16.
Right, and I remember Yosh was in that one spot, and it was like anybody who dove into.
Or was it 17? I think it was 17.
Yeah, and just Yosh was just sitting in that Utah shooting crossfield.
Yeah.
Just buckets and buckets and buckets of like paint.
Yeah.
Shooting crossfield.
And he was shooting an LV1.
He was shooting the G6R, which is like G6R. I think might be one of the most air efficient guns out there. Right, like that.
It's off the Intimidator base, right?
Yeah,
so,
yeah,
that gun shot a lot of pods.
So real quick, just to fill Anthony in on what we're going to talk about, giveaways, guys. If you guys like the channel, if you guys are active in the comments asking some questions, go ahead and make sure you guys are in there. We're going to pick winners off of there. We might have a question for you guys to give away, but we do have 2 G2 Paintball Athletics given to us, sponsored by G2 Athletics. The G2 program is basically like a clinic that you can sign up for. It's in Arizona right now exclusively, but they are doing something with the Bro Army guys, or squad out there. It is Tyler Harmon, Rusty Glaze, Brandon Unger, and Vic Gamboa. Vic helps a lot with just the organization, and he also has been doing a lot of the agility stuff, and he's really big on that. Like, I mean, because he goes.
Yeah, we did the combine. It was
great. He was crushing at the combine. Like a lot of
some high tech stuff out there.
Yeah, he's got the lasers to test your guys'
40-yard dash.
Yeah, 40-yard dash.
And the shuttle run, the back and forth.
But another thing that he does, and we talked about this last weekend. Remember how we talked about A-Rod had pods with rocks inside of them?
Mm-hmm.
So Vic has made these cement, basically cylinders that can go in your pods, because a lot of people want to train with full packs.
Yeah.
But if you're sliding around, especially with a lot of the packs that don't have straps and whatnot, you're just spilling paint everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what A-Rod said too. He's like, I spilled rocks everywhere, you know? So he's made these like perfectly cylindrical concrete slides that go into your pods, because A-Rod, to fill you in, last week was practicing with us, and he had a pack full of rocks. Yeah, and one pod full of paint. And I was like, I'm good.
Which is great to drill with.
Yeah, it's great to drill with,
yeah.
but not when you're actually playing. But a lot of people want to practice those slides, and they want to work on their conditioning with their gear, you know? Mm-hmm. And we always talk about it. It's like, if you're going to play, like, keep all your gear on.
Yeah.
No matter what, just, like, go out there and wear your gear, because it just keeps you mental of, like, just your size and everything. So, like, that's something that they do out there. I think they had 45 people sign up for the last one.
Yeah, it was Rusty Sand.
Yeah, it's Rusty. So it's taking off, and it's getting a lot bigger. I know that Austin Beatty has been at a lot of those G2 events, and basically, if you're an up and coming player from the Arizona, or we call it Southwest area, definitely check that out, the G2 Paintball program, and sign up for that if you guys are there, because obviously you guys have heard it for ever, and we've been preaching this every week about, if you guys can get to a physical pro clinic, go do that, right? So go check, like, any chance that you can get in order to be one-on-one or in a group with a pro player and gain any knowledge there. You've got to try to do that.
Sure.
And moving forward past that is, if you guys can't do that, sign up for the BKI program, because we're still sharing our knowledge and giving you guys all that information. And that's a great way to move forward, obviously, with any of your skill sets. Shout out to Anthony Vitale and Dizon.
I got a couple questions here for you. And first one from Kathy says, what month is the Boston Combine? And then also, where can you sign up for the Combine in Boston?
So for the Boston Combine this year, we're trying to be PC about it, trying to figure out what's the best thing to do. But because it's a regional event, we typically will do it in January or February. just to make sure that there's a lot of snow. So when Ryan comes out, he's really happy about it. So that's what we shoot for, as much snow as possible. It's a wind chill factor that'll really make him
on edge.
Yeah, So that's what we shoot for the Boston Combine. I actually remember the 2 calls I got that we missed on the golf course. I was someone from California was calling me.
Yeah.
It was actually a gentleman that wants to sign himself up and 2 of his sons for the summer camp already.
Oh, nice.
So he was asking what month it was. So it typically is the last weekend in July. So I will get back to him. But to answer the question for the Boston Combine, it typically is in January or February. So with this year, with the National Combine kind of being up in the air, we probably will have the Boston in late January and then maybe do 1 or 2 regional combines this year. We're looking at possibly California as well as Texas. So
okay. Yeah, we announced something briefly about the national combines here. Was it a month ago or 3 or 4 weeks ago? Lori gave us some information, but yeah, still up in the air with what we're gonna do and the capacity of everything and what the event is gonna be. I think we talked about it a little bit last week. Is kind of what we're gonna do there and with it. So still up in the air, like you said, on how the national one's gonna go, and then hopefully we're able to open the indoor.
Yeah. I mean, that's the game plan to get the Boston one going. But, we want to be responsible just like we were with the camp and make sure that people feel comfortable coming out. And we certainly don't want to cancel an event or anything like that.
Sure.
So if we plan it, we want to be confident that we're doing it right. Regional events have gone strong, though. I mean, the Dynasty one that we did before the summer camp had over 40 people at it.
Yeah, that was a great one.
So regional events have seemed strong across the country. So,
for sure.
Yeah. And you just had, so we'll talk about that right now. You just had an event. You guys have had an event, it seems like once a month at least, or no?
Yeah, we're trying to be responsible, so we've been cutting our events in half and doing our divisions on a Sunday. So we'll do a D3 division with 10 or 12 X-Ball teams. Then we'll do a D4 division with 10 or 12 X-Ball teams. That way we're trying to keep the numbers down to under 100 people at an event if we can. Make sure the staging is all spread out, and when we do our pits, so if we do a split decks, we actually put 4 pits instead of actually 2 teams sharing a pit. We put 4 pits.
That's good.
So that way you have your own pit, and then in between sets we were using actually Vicks backpacks and disinfectant that we used at the summer camp, and we were disinfecting between sets.
That's awesome.
So
yeah, I love that. And I mean, we talk about it a lot. Is how you guys are making sure you're going above and beyond. Whereas, some fields are kind of skimming through and just kind of not always taking all the best precautions. And it's great that you guys are definitely kind of moving your schedule around to make sure you guys accommodate everybody and not overdo anything. One thing I want to point out about Clowns vs. Zombies that I thought was fantastic is their attention to everybody mandating that they had to wear masks at all times. So you're either, and Sean, you can attest to this, and anybody else out there is at the Clowns vs. Zombies game, is if you were not on the field, as soon as you walk out, you got to put your mask on, which is why these masks are great, because you just put them right around your neck. It was funny, my buddy came out and he had one of the surgical masks, he had an N95 that he kept putting around his mask and then jamming it in his pocket and putting it out. And these things are great. Obviously, I cut mine in half, but you just slide it on right over your neck and you just kind of keep it like that, and up and down, and up and down, and up and down. So that was cool. And what do we have in the pipeline now that we got him here? Usually right now he's texting me, telling me, all right, make sure you have this. Yeah, an hour ago. Not right this second ago, yeah.
Mario asks if there's any update on the Team USA jerseys, the design.
Oh, the design.
So the design, yeah. So we have a couple designs we haven't launched, obviously, yet. For those that don't know, Joe, the coach for the women's team, has his own design company called Compete, and he's helping us design the jersey, and we have a few. I think you guys might have seen.
No, I haven't seen anything.
I have some.
As soon as I see it, I'm always saying, "Can we show it?"
Yeah.
I did just see our Dynasty World Cup jerseys, and they're sick.
Not allowed to show it though.
No.
Yeah.
I gotta call the higher ups for that. They're really good. Our Dynasty World Cup jerseys are gonna be record breaking. Shout out to Justin Jones. You know Justin.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Justin's been doing a lot of work out in Florida.
Yeah, he's doing the CrossFit, I think. He's doing he's drilling.
Dizon had a question. He said next year is going to be
Yeah.
a tournament for the Nations Cup, right? Next year will be Regional Cup. Could you please go through that?
Okay, so for 2021, the rosters the eligibility has been extended, so those rosters are set outside of the women's. The women's squad still has openings, so we're probably going to hold another small tryout. So 6 of the spots are definite. The last 4 spots need to be chosen, and the whole Masters team still needs to be chosen. SK and Rusty and myself are trying to schedule probably a Masters tryout sometime early this winter in Arizona. So.
I'm putting my hat in the ring for Dizon, by the way, for making the Masters team, 100%. And Dizon, make sure you keep the gas pedal on, because in a year I'll be 39 in February. I'll be 40.
So yeah, you'll be
22.
So this will be the last year you're not eligible.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be playing. Those Europeans don't stand a chance.
You'll be
2022.
You'll be like little Brandon. So little Brandon's double dipping because we got him on the U16 and the U19 team.
Yeah, that's nice.
And you'll be doing the other.
I'll be doing the same thing in the pro league in the over 40s. So I'm stoked on that. So Dizon, we might be playing together in 2022.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll be rooting for that also. So yeah, again, what BKI content do we have in the pipeline right now?
2 pieces are coming out this week. We have Marcelo has a Dorito piece that's coming out, and then Rusty has a how to manage your player rotation piece coming out, which I think is going to be really cool. So those are the 2 pieces we got coming out this week.
And Rusty also still has his 30-day challenge.
30-day challenge.
Yep, 30-day challenge. That's actually pretty cool, and it was actually, I think it was shared to the BKI page. I saw it, or at least it was shared to the story. So if you guys,
that one looks good.
It was cool. It was like a lot of at-home stuff, what you guys can do. And again, the whole point of what we're trying to do with the BKI thing is, obviously, especially right now, is just keep everybody engaged, right? I know that there's a lot of players who are talking about how to stay just focused and how to keep that drive going right now if they're not able to play, and we talked about how it's kind of hard to play here in San Diego for us because there's no fields in San Diego right now. It's hard to get on base. But if you move outside of like San Diego or outside of Texas or outside of any large city when there really isn't any tournament paintball, it makes it really difficult. So staying engaged, anything you can do at home, even if you have to make pods full of cement and go slide around, do my cone drill that I filmed 10 years ago and just go up in the park and just do that. But stay I'll check out. I'll go down to the garage and I'll just check out and I'll just lube my gun and just kind of hold it,
Yeah.
I remember when we made that joke, I dropped my gun when we played the first time and you were sitting there damn it. But that's just because we're not consistently active with our gear.
Sure.
So, that's something that that we're really trying to do. So keeping everybody as engaged as possible with as many at-home things you can do and all that.
Sean actually asked a good question here. He said, what should someone expect when they go to these combines skill-wise?
I think it's for everyone, and it's almost like when you go to the gym or whatever, all you're trying to do is get a baseline for yourself and then improve on that baseline. And that's what the metrics of the drills do, is they set your limit or whatever, where you are now, and then you can work towards building on that.
And you get a good comparison of where other people are at, so you can measure what you need to work on or what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are.
Yeah, and especially the combines, because I think we talked about it a little bit last, I talked about it with some of the people we had online. Is the combines are great. They're there to more so showcase your talents and prove where you are and showcase where you are as far as the rest of your peers, right? It's not necessarily while you will learn and you're going to get pointers and tips throughout the entire event, it's mainly focused on showcasing your skill sets. And like we've pointed out, a lot of the players that have shown up to the combines, if you're eligible to make the whatever the old
Masters.
the Masters, the Masters squad. If you're eligible to make the U16s or the U19 squads, then you're competing to be in there. But even if you're outside of that realm and you're inside of those two areas,
the women's team as well,
and the women's team as well. Sorry, and the women's teams as well. But we've had a lot of players that have been noticed by not just divisional teams, but take Connor Hatcher for example. And we pointed out this last week. Connor Hatcher didn't qualify. Was too old to qualify for the U19s, but Greg Pauly, coach of AC Dallas, said, "Connor, I want you to come try out for us or play with us," and he flew out to Dallas and tried out or played with them.
Yeah.
Trent Nita, who also is a Team USA player, was on the X Factor practice squad 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting reps, and I talked to Archie about it, and he's like, "Yeah, that kid played really well." So you're there to get noticed, and that's the whole point that's the reason you developed the combine to begin with out in your area, was like, if you are not on a team, or even if you are and you want to try to like have aspirations to get on another team, come to the combine and showcase your talents.
No, absolutely. The combine's Laurie's baby, and she's always wanted it to be a place where people could come and get noticed that might not otherwise be able to do so. You know, if you're in an area that doesn't have a pro team,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to again showcase your talent and make you aware, there are plenty of opportunities. You know, we mentioned a lot of them. You know, we talked about Brandon Unger being the first BKI member today on the quiz.
No, not Brandon.
I'm sorry.
Urena. Yeah.
Um,
It's funny because that seems to be a common confusion there.
yeah. Well, both of them were BKI members.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, but
But the names
were
Unger and
synonymous.
Urena,
Yeah.
Because they're both from Phoenix,
yeah.
and they both played on DVG.
And their last name is similar.
Yeah, like 4 letters or something.
yeah. It starts with a U.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll go with all of those things.
All those things. But yeah, I mean that moves forward onto the turning players into pros kind of motto from BKI. So I think there's 5 or 6. We talked about 5, and now there's 6. 6 pro
and
players.
You got Jackson Frey, who would have been on a pro team if he didn't want to stay with his own team.
Yeah, that's
so
right.
That whole, he wants to go with his guys, and a lot of those guys are right there with him. But Jackson Frey is another one that could be playing pro this year if he chose to. But kudos to him. He just wanted to stay with his boys and build their own pro team.
And Stetzel.
Oh yeah, Stetzel came through the combine. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
With a secret alias.
The secret alias.
Secret handle.
So yeah, Jackson Frey. Just to point that out real quick, if you guys haven't heard Marcelo and Tyler's Play the Game podcast with Jackson Frey, I think that was the first divisional player they've had on there that wasn't like the most recognizable name. Like most of the players, if you look at the Play the Game podcast list, then you're going to look at that and you're going to go, oh, yeah, I know that name. I've heard of that guy. I know Oliver. I know Kyle. I know Ryan. I know Anthony. But Jackson Frey, who's a divisional player and Team USA player and was like a stud at all the combines.
Yeah.
He had a great Play the Game podcast, and I commend him deeply for his desire to want to stay with his guys and get them better. It's it's like when a college player is can go pro, but they're like, I'm going to stay another year here. It's like, that's awesome to see, because that's kind of like how we were also when we were younger. It's like some of us, aside from Oliver, could have gone pro, but we didn't, and we didn't get cherry picked, and we did our own thing, and it worked out. Real quick, shout out to Tubba Rock.
Tubba Rock. That's a great name.
You're gonna get 2 horns.
Did I answer both of Kathy's questions? I can't remember.
Real quick, Renee, clinics in Southern California. I don't have anything scheduled at the moment, but it'll most likely, if I do have one, it'll be at Glensfield Ambush Paintball up in Moore Park. So stay tuned on my Instagram or my website, RyanGreenspan.com. Sean Byrne, that story is going to be a little too long for the next 10 minutes that we got for the rest of the show. But check out Anthony. You did your Play the Game podcast, right?
Yes, with Marcelo.
Yeah, with Marcelo. Sean, check out Play the Game podcast, available on Apple iTunes podcasts.
You can definitely get the full breakdown.
You get the full breakdown.
And story on there.
Yeah, you can listen to Kyle. You can listen to about mine. So make sure you check that out if you want Anthony's story.
There's Miles.
Real quick, Ant, I want to get your opinion, and I kind of want to get everybody's opinion real quickly on a Paintball Hall of Fame. What do you guys think about a Paintball Hall of Fame? Who do you guys think should be in it? I'm not really familiar with how Hall of Fames are set up to begin with, like how they induct people. But I think, again, we talked about it a little bit. Like, you should be retired. You have to be a retired player. But should we include back in the 90s? Should we include just like kind of modern day airballs from 98 on? Just want to get everybody's, opinion on all that. Kyle, yours also. Like, who do you think would be Shane Pastana I have that. Oliver Lang, I got him.
I know that's tough.
I think we should research it a little bit. I believe, like what we were talking about today, is that there is a Hall of Fame that is more like industry people.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing one that's more player,
it's got to be player based. Yeah,
it's like player based. Starting with a certain time period, obviously, is you have to define that first. If you're going to go all the way back to the early '90s when the PSP first started, or if you're going to go someplace
into like the media age where there's been through videos and everything like that.
Yeah, because what ends up happening is, and I'm going to answer Joe Pikes, is like include from the beginning. I just feel like there is such a huge divide from when Jerry Braun, for instance, was playing with Splatmasters, or any of those guys that were in that paintball documentary that John Amadea did. If any of you guys watched that, it was pretty lengthy, but I feel like it's so much different now. But the guys, like, if you take Tom Cole for example, he might be kind of aged out at this point in time. But Tom Cole in '98 was a great player. Tom Cole in 2002 was kind of on the downward trend, but he could still compete. You take Rodney Squires, who was on Dynasty when we formed, but like a tremendous paintball player from 95, 96, 97. Shane Pastana is a great example because he was on the Ironman back in the 90s, and then also played competitively with the Ironman into the early 2000s, and also was a coach. Like, that's a first round Hall of Famer right there. But I don't think that you should grab a guy that played with the PGP pump pistol.
Yeah, I wouldn't go
back
PGP, but I think the argument would be like, okay, are we going to like Darryl Trent type players that were
arguably like a huge name back in the woods. But I would include, like, if you transition to a coaching position, then I think that's huge.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking about it on the plane.
I see you got a list.
You guys like Nicky Cuba, Rich Telford, Matty Marshall, Billy Saransky, I think was one of those guys. Ryan Williams, also Chris Lasoya, Rocky Cagnoni because he jumped over the snake that one time and was immortalized on push. Todd Adamson, again, guys that were competitive in the 2000s and in the transition. And I think that's the big point. Were you able to make the transition out of the woods and be competitive on the new era of new paintball?
That's a good point.
I feel that's a good foundation.
Yeah, because otherwise there's so many guys that like were really good, but then they just kind of didn't play me.
Yeah.
So we'd love to. Yeah, Alex Martinez is a good one to throw in there. Angel and BC got them. Bobby Dukes, I don't know if he was actually a really person.
I feel like that's a real person.
Yeah, but good on him. Yeah,
Greg Hastings.
Greg Hastings
from the game. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's more like an industry hall.
Yeah,
thing,
true.
Right? Because he wasn't like a big. But Nicky Cuba was a good one for that.
Yeah, Nicky's a no-brainer.
Yeah, Nicky's a no-brainer. Oliver's obviously a first rounder. Chris Lasoya.
Yeah.
There's some. Shane Pastana, I think, is a first rounder. Rich Telford, Matty Marshall, Todd Martinez. Those are the guys that I feel like are first rounders because they were relevant back then and they're relevant now. Even if
I
you
see
think
that there's only one East Coast guy, so we're gonna have to.
Yeah, I know. That's why I needed help. I'm
You're lucky that you
Will
got Nicky
Arroyo.
in there.
I was trying to think of anybody from Florida.
Well, Todd's from Florida.
Todd Adamson. He was on my list.
Yep.
He was on my list. Okay, there's two people, pal.
There you go.
And I saw you play.
Billy Saransky.
Billy Saransky was on the top. He was the
but
first
he's really
one.
California, then Midwest.
Billy was the number 2. I mean, obviously, I had Tim Montrester as the number one
he's
inductee.
One.
I was gonna say maybe Adam Gardner, Billy Gardner, not Billy, but Adam maybe.
Yeah, Adam, because he did make the transition.
He did make the transition. So yeah. Anyway,
Spesh is.
Spesh, kind of. I didn't put him on the list, but his name was in there only because he was the only other All-American I can remember his name. All right, let's give some of the stuff away real quick. Oh yeah.
I'm willing to throw in some membership too.
Okay.
So let's
Oh, there you go.
All right,
Let's
real
rock
quick,
this
we're
thing.
gonna give away a BKI membership right now. Everybody who is not a member who's watching right now, go ahead and type BKI. If you're not a member of BKI right now, type it in the comment section, and we're gonna choose one of you guys. So
And
if
make sure you've liked the stream.
yeah, like the
little
stream.
thumbs up down there.
Yeah. So if you are not a member of BKI, type in BKI. Okay, if you are a member, just hang on.
Steven Swope, not a member, huh?
That's not good, Steven.
Yeah.
Steven Swope,
Yeah.
dude.
Slayer, come on.
If you are not a member of BKI, type in BKI. Don W, you misspelled. There you go. You misspelled BKI at first.
He made a comeback though.
You fixed it. All right, Chris. We saw Chris Dawsey is possibly. I see Ryan A. Forster is a huge Chris Dawsey fan. I see you right there. Okay, we got it. In the meantime, I did show off these cleats real quick. Link is in the bio. You guys, I just got a brand new pair of these New Balance. I actually played golf in New Balance
have
kicks
those
today.
cleats.
You have these ones too? Yeah, you do. Shout out to Dave Cheney. If you guys haven't listened to his Play the Game podcast, make sure you guys do that.
That's a
He's the
really good one.
that's one of my favorites so far. Sorry, Ant.
Good,
and Kyle.
Good business.
But that's
points
one
there,
of my
too.
favorite Play the Game podcasts on record. But Dave Cheney has helped to bridge the gap between big box merchandise shoe companies, multi-billion-dollar companies, to try to help out paintball in some way. So that relates to you guys. Everybody on there gets, if you click the link that's in the description below for the New Balance link, you guys will be linked to the Dynasty team page where you guys are you're gonna get about 30 or 40% off of cleats. These are my favorite. You got the mad teeth on the outsides here.
Did they get discount on the golf cleats that you were using today as well?
No, the golf cleats aren't on there yet. No, I did get a pair of golf cleats, and actually Corey Hall was wearing the same ones as I was. Yeah. I don't know. That was my first pair of golf cleats I've ever owned. I actually played golf for so long in HK Shredders. All right, let's pick a winner for the Dan Pennington. The cleats are comfortable. They do have wide versions. I love these cleats, to be honest. I would get like a half a size up. Like I wear a 9.5 and pretty much everything, and these ones are really snug in the 9.5. So if I was like 9 3/4, I would be uncomfortable. But I can wear I can wear 9.5s and everything else, like the 9.5 golf shoes I got today.
Yeah.
Perfect. These ones little tight. All right, let's grab a winner for the BKI. I would say this, because he shouldn't get one.
No,
He
definitely.
definitely isn't getting one.
Also,
I mean, I was just starting to write.
Oh, okay,
things,
okay.
So it doesn't have to be.
well,
this,
let's just hit the one that's not the first one.
The randomizer.
Oh, is there a randomizer? All right, guys, we're gonna choose a winner for the free BKI membership in a second. But first, Sean Byrne is gonna be winning. Well, you're already getting this barrel. You're gonna get this this neck gator as well, and then we're gonna give away 2 G2 T-shirts. Who out there is an extra large? Comment yes. And whoever's a large, comment L. If you're an extra large, comment yes. If you're a large, comment L. Anybody? Nope, still getting the BKIs. Is anybody an extra large? Type yes. All right, John Odom. You are getting the first... Oh, wait. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yep. John Odom, you win the extra large G2, and Justin Jones is winning the large G2. Justin Jones is winning the large, and John Odom. Okay, Amp, who's going to win the BKI?
I think
Right
we
there.
have one here. So
Yeah.
is it Panther?
Panther 512.
Panther 512.
Panther 512.
Been a big supporter ever since the jump. Once we got this started, tuning in, I would say probably hasn't missed a show.
Yeah.
He's been here since we started. So appreciate your support, and we'll you know how to get a hold of us through Instagram, and then we'll get your information over to Ann to get that set up for you.
Justin Jones.
What's Panther's real name?
I believe it's Mike Clark. I think I have it. I think it's Mike Clark. Wait, I might have that wrong.
All right, Panther, we need your real name.
Yeah, Panther, reach out to us directly. John Odom, shoot me a message either on Instagram, Facebook, or email me directly, ryangreenspan18@gmail.com. Justin Jones, send me your address if I don't have it already. I probably do. And I'm going to ship out shirts for you guys.
Steve Frazier.
Steve Frazier.
Yes.
Sorry,
yes.
way off. Steve Frazier is going to be...
I've had a lot of names coming through.
Yeah, he's been writing a list of names as this whole thing has been going. Steve Frazier, you have his,
I have your information, Steve.
Okay, so Steve, you just want a 1-month subscription to BKI. And again, if you guys are looking to sign up for BKI, you can thank Anthony for getting it all going, right? And the link is in the description. Link for the cleats is also in the description. We want to thank G2 Paintball for giving you guys, Justin and John, a couple of free t-shirts. Next week, we're going to be giving away more stuff. We've got hats. We've got another shirt in there. More neck gaiters coming out next week. If you guys become members of the show, we want to thank you guys in advance for that. We've got some posters. We've got cool emojis and discount codes available for everybody. They're going to be dropping soon. We'll reach out to you guys directly for that. Anything else? Good?
I think that's about it.
That's about it.
Big shout out to G2.
Yeah.
For giving us all this stuff and giving us power to give back to you guys too as well, and coming and jumping on and giving us support to keep amping this up.
Yeah. We thank you guys very much for your support. We should get Sean, we should get Vic in here for a feature next time that he's in California on a Monday night. We'll get him. So there's a lot of things need to align to get people here. This is the first time I think Anthony's ever seen California.
That's not really true. It's the first time that I invited myself to your house, though.
Also, Dizon, will you send Anthony your address so that he can head up there and quarantine at your place for the next 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Good luck with that one.
Yeah. We'll send him up with some more smoked trout.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you guys. I will give away a can of smoked trout next week to one of you guys as well.
Wow, another one.
Another can. Actually, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe
Shout out to Steven. Hey, there he is. There's Steven Hernandez.
Nice.
Steven, Miles, link up. Make a beautiful team together.
There you go.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week, 4 p.m. Monday, our regular scheduled time. And thank you guys very much for support.